This is a mixer of the tractor. I don't use it anymore because it does not work properly. It works only reverse because the belt does not have the grip anymore. And I call this company making this. They don't make it anymore. It's in Toulouse, in France. They stopped making this. So I have to give it up. We can have a quick look. It still works, but not in the proper way. It only works on backward. And it has another plow there. This one works. This red plow works. It gets stuck there. That red plow, I think, is for digging the potatoes. It has a different shape, so when you dig the potatoes, it will be out. So that is the plows under the mixer. That's bad. To send it to the garage tomorrow. Hi everyone, how are you today? Today, let me show you around my two-wheel tractor. I bought it second-hand. It's very old because nowadays in south of France they don't make much of these kind of two-wheel tractors. I think there's no market because I think before a lot of small farmers use these to work in the field, but as the generation pass, they don't do it anymore. So the young generation, they prefer to find a job in the office or something. They really don't want to do it. Actually, the person sold me this. It's a retired gentleman in France. He has some grapes. That's why he has this. But he stopped using it a long time ago, and he just used a much smaller one to use his garden. Let's go closer, have a look. Okay, the brand. The brand is called the Grandeur Motor France GB800. This is the serial number. The thing that this company I have checked, it has gone bankrupt a long time ago, about 10 or 12 years ago. So they don't make it anymore. They don't make this tractor anymore. I think it's also because of the market. The market is shrink, so they don't have it anymore. So this is a Grandeur GB800, made in France. I think when they mean made in France, that means the gearbox, the tire, the plow behind there, it's made in France. We can have a look. Here is to change the gear. It's neutral, go ahead, reverse, and to change the other gear, you push it down. Above there, it's a leverage. You can see it's going to go to the other one. It's the same. It's going to be go forward, neutral, backward. It's like this. It has some explanations here, but it has gone. So it has how many speed? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 speed go ahead, 1 speed forward. Okay, that's it. It has 2. You can usually they say you should put 2 belt on it, but I put only 1 because only this belt is about €28 only. I bought one cheap one before. It does not work. This kind of, it's a special belt. Inside they have some metal cores, so it can it can hold a lot. The other one, it's much cheaper. It's about €10 a byte, but there's no metal bars, metal cords inside. It breaks just once, so it does not work. So you have to buy a special one for the tractor. Okay, the tire, the distance can be adjusted. You can unscrew the tire there, and you can move it a bit forward, backward, a bit further like this. It depends on you. You can also move it a bit inside to make it more tight or something. Depends on how do you want to use it. Okay. Then later, it's a plow. This plow is detachable. Here, you just pull it up, and this one can be moved away, and you can change to a mixer. And here, this little thing here can be moved, can be turned. This is to adjust the depth of the plow. Okay. This bar can be moved up and down a bit too. You just unscrew it, depends on your usage. This is about 11 horsepower, but generally speaking, it's okay. But if you got a big garden, it's not enough. And the plow, it's reversible, so it can reverse like this. This button here, you push it, it turns. Voila, this is reversible. Okay. Voila. Okay. On the right hand, this is the acceleration. It's just the acceleration. It's to decide how much oil you give to the motor. On the left side, it's the gear. How do you call it? Yes, I forget how to describe, but I don't use it anymore because it does not work. So I just change the belt to make sure it always works. Before you have to push this to stop it and let it go to make the tractor goes, but now it does not work. And you can attach it to use another belt to connect the mixer with this wheel, but it does not work. It just does not work. It loses some pieces, so it does not work forward. It works only backward. So when I first use it, I always use the tractor to smash the earth. Going backward, the neighbor is watching me strangely. I have to explain to them the tractor does not work. Okay, so that's it. That's the gearbox, everything. Here is to put the oil for the gearbox to connect it down there. Okay, let's have a look. The motor, which is the most important. It's Lombardini. It's Italian ones. I checked, it has a long history, but nowadays it's bought by a German company. Well, if there's no market for this, no matter how successful they are, they also go bankrupt or get sold. So it's Lombardini, it's Italian, it's 6LD 306N, made in Italy. And you can see on the YouTube sometimes they have some very old Lombardini motors, maybe 50 or 60 years, and it is still going. So that's a good brand, I think. Well, at least that's what I feel. And later after that, I bought another red tractor. It's another brand called Pasquale. They say it's a Spanish or the Italian, but they still use the same motor, Lombardini, except for it's much more powerful. If I got time, I will do another video about the other tractor. So Lombardini is a good brand, but now it does not exist. Now the company bought these Lombardini is called CBS, if I remember. So Lombardini, at the beginning, they just they started the engine or something, but in the end they changed the tactics. They just focus on the motor. So they don't make everything, but they make the motor for a lot of things. Okay, that's it. And about the motor. Before you start, it says always ask you to check the motor oil. It's like the car. You got this, you take it out, you can have a look. It's a minimum and maximum. So when there's no oil or the oil is very dirty, you'd better change it. When I just bought it, I changed it not a long time ago. And there's something here. This one is where you put the motor oil in. Look. When I just buy it, I didn't know I put too much motor oil, so I light it up. About 30 seconds, all the motor oil just pump up like a fountain. It's a disaster. It gets the oil goes everywhere. Okay, this is to where you put the gas in. It's a used diesel. So have a look. Okay, it's old. I bought it about €1,000, and in the end I spent about 480 to repair everything because I use it. It breaks down. Wow, it's a lot of oil. Anyway, then it's this little thing. It's when I buy the second tractor, the mechanician told me, because I don't know what is this. He told me sometimes in winter, when it's very cold in the north of France or in other countries, when it's very cold, so the oil are freeze. That means the pipe, the circulation is very bad, so it's very hard to start the motor. So what you need to do is to take this away, to make a few drops of the gas into it. This hose lets the oil goes directly into the motor. So after that, you can start it much more easily. So that's a small techniques. So next, let's light it up. Before you start the engine, make sure it's in neutral. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to start. And once you start it, if it is in the gear, like in advance, or the first gear, or the reverse, it's going to move it directly. So that's it. And another technique is like this, as you can see for the other tractors, the old-fashioned. People are pulling this, doing it like this. The reason they do this is to pump some oil into the motor and the system. So by doing like this, it will be able to start up very easily. Let's do it. Here we go.